Okay, here we go. The last chart you just saw is the large version of this chart. And the point of showing you this is to help you understand that once we did the philosophical foundations, here on the first column we have the 7 dimensions behavior analysis. We just went through all of those larger concepts and the sub-concepts. The second column are the BBAs, the basic behavior analytic skills. And that's where we have measurement, section A, experimental design, how we find the function, B. The technological part, we have to look at behavior change considerations. What are the side effects? What are the unplanned effects of reinforcement or extinction or punishment? We look at the fundamental elements of behavior change. When you're building a behavior plan, we need to know and understand all these fundamental elements. We then have to have specific behavior change procedures. If we're trying to teach particular behaviors, we need specific procedures made up of the elements. And we have larger systems for behavior change, such as educational models. Below that, we have matching up with the conceptually systematic. We have to define and provide examples. In that column, you're going to see the FK items 10 through 48. And the idea is here is I want you to see that the first column in 7 dimensions matches right up to the task list. Starting with the behavioral part is the section A of the task list. I think you should learn just to recognize that if I'm going to do behavior analysis, it's also significant. And at the top, I put some of the articles you'll be reading to understand the current dimensions, some still current dimensions, social validity. So when I start through the behavioral part, I'm doing measurement, and measurement goes right across to the right and points right over to the same concept of measurement under the CCRs. The very top item, applied, goes over to the top part of the CCRs. G is identify the problem. Then the second part, as I was just saying, behavioral, is to measure, and there's a measurement feature in the CCRs. The third is to analyze for function. We use experimental design to find the function, and that matches up with section I, is run the assessment, assess what's occurring with the behavior, what's happening in the behavior. Technological is to build the intervention. That's where you'll see items C, D, E, and F all are part of the technological components. The considerations for change, the elements of change, the specific procedures to use, and the larger systems all go into the intervention of the CCRs. Finally, you'll see under conceptually systematic, FK10 through FK46, is these are all the foundational terms and concepts. It is essential that you learn every single term on the task list item and the subterms. Effectively, when you're done, you should be able to read the Cooper glossary, because that is the ABA book. So while this only gives us 166 terms, you've got to be prepared to drill down. When you learn the science behind it, you become a much better practitioner. You understand how it all comes together, and regardless of the situation you're in, you'll be able to look at the environment, look at the behavior, identify it, measure it, figure out what the function is, find strategies to try to change it, implement those scientifically. Well, not that we can change and fix everything, but we can do a lot more than we used to know how to do by using the science behind it. This was the way that I broke out the chart to help me group and understand these. My encouragement to you is to find your own model and build it in a way that makes the most sense to you. This is also trying not to overwhelm you, so I'll stop talking about this one and put up the next chart.